my family, welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive, right, team? I want to tell you, man, that we have to do this thing in the private like this. We have to do this the weird way, but it's all good. We're here. Let me know that you can hear your boy speak by throwing those fucking A's in the chat. Welcome back, team. We are now streaming from a very private area inside of the Discord, right? To display to you guys a little bit of action here on YouTube, right? So, guys, I don't know who's having the problem. Go ahead and throw an A in the chat as well. If you're having an issue with an iPhone or with an Apple product, displaying your freaking screen for Discord, man. This is why we're doing this live today here on YouTube for everybody, right? So we're definitely getting some issues here, man. I don't understand what the marriage or what the problem is for real, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood, man. But we are back. We're gonna do this damn thing live, and we are here to see what about the market, right? Let's see about that market. What is up, Cesar? Good to see you in there, man. Chachi, what is good? Patty, good to see you in there. Jay Allen, Morty. I see a bunch of people coming in, man. A lot of familiar faces. Love you guys so much. Thank you for coming in. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do all that shit, man. Make sure to get this thing to pop off for real. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. What is up, man? And oh, Gnosis dude coming in with a fucking dono already, bro. Thank you so much, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to, man, should I cry? I don't know what to do, man, but I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it right there and make sure to pay it forward in a little bit, right? We're gonna give that back to the family at some point today. Why? Because I know that I have a few members that are not actually members of the Arca Bulls trading team. So it would be very cool to allow another two people, another two people, right, to the trading team for free, man, at least for a free month, right? So I got to tell you guys that I do have my analysts with me on this stream as well, right? So you guys already know the familiar voices, so you will also be able to hear from them too as they come in. I'll be able to just kind of dim the music down from the background vibes, right? And I'll have them be able to say what's up. So remember, team, that this is really just a transfer from the Discord trading team just into YouTube. And I want you to kind of observe. Okay, I'm gonna give you I want to know how low latency this actually is from YouTube. Okay, we need to put this to the test. I need to know how direct it is that I'm connected to you. I'm gonna give you the change of time in just a sec, right? I want you to tell me what time it is, right? And then we'll be good to go. So right now, I'm going to tell you when and then you have to paste the time that it is where you are. Okay. So remember, I'm Pacific time. So just tell me exactly the minute after I tell you the time. Okay. I want to know exactly what that is. So I'm going to give you the time at exactly when it changes. Okay. Exactly when it changes. Remember, I'm Pacific time. So you tell me, okay, reply with the time in the chat. And I want to know how fast it is that we're actually connected, right? This is supposed to be ultra low latency. So I want to know how ultra low these motherfuckers think it is, right? So I want to see what's up. I'm going to give you the change here. Heads up. Right when I say it, I want you to reply with the time exactly right after me, okay? Hold on. Right at 6:20. It's 6:20 a.m. Go. Let me know. What time is it? Hurry. Oh, damn. All right. Oh, crap. Not bad. Good. It's just here. They're going to be able to hear you. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
It's about 1.5 seconds.
Nice. Okay, so we're just about 1.5 seconds away, team. That is for real ultra low latency talking from me to you, right? So you guys are absolutely live with me, right? This is as real as it can get from YouTube to me. So 1.5 second delay is what's happening right with our stream right now, team. So it looks like the room is getting full now, and we'll be able to get things started here. So why don't we need to take a look at a few things, man, specifically within the tickers that we've been trading as well, right? So you know what, I'm also going to be able to adjust some of these things in here. Like, for example, I can increase the let me see, unchecking show my screen share doesn't end your stream, it just hides it from your personal view. Okay, good. So I'm going to go ahead and hide my screen share here so it doesn't take up any bandwidth whatsoever. And yeah, good stuff. Okay, good. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the regular tickers. Everything that we're trading, right? This is specifically transferred from Discord into the trading team right now. What's up, ECAT? Good to see you there. Eric, good to see you. Sean, what is up, team? I know all of you are coming in. I'm sorry that I'm not actually greeting everyone as you come in, but it's all good, team. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling, right? I'm sure that a lot of you are a little curious over what's going on here with MSTR as well, right? We have to take a look at tickers like XRP. We got to look at Bitcoin. We got to look at the whole 9 yards here, man, and see what's up. See where the opportunities are in the market, right, guys? There is a very curious thread of analysis that I have to share with you guys, and I'm not going to put so much deep, in-depth attention. I had to make sure to show it to me. I know that the camera just froze right now, team. It's gonna come back in right away. Just give it just a few seconds. I know that it's a little bit frozen right there, but it's all good. Just give it a minute and it'll be right back. Gar saying he bought more XRP, and that's exactly what I mean, team. I do have a really interesting thread of analysis here on XRP, and I do believe that it has higher targets coming in. I know that we're experiencing right now a little bit of a downturn within the Bitcoin space. In fact, with everything, right? It's okay. And I know, like, notice here that the EST, the futures contracts, S&P 500 reaching a massive 6,040 points, right? Absolutely huge valuations up there, and that honestly, I mean, kind of compare it here to the ticker, to the Bitcoin ticker, right? Going towards 100,000 mark. That would be correlated to what XRP's $2 mark. I mean, there's a whole bunch of psychological targets that are trying their best right now to get a serious break out of right, team. So please be aware over what's happening in the markets here, and everything will be absolutely chilling. Let me go ahead and see what's up with this camera here. Yeah, boy. Whoa, sorry about that, team. A little bit of feedback there. All right, here we go. There you go. We should be back and rolling. All right, team. So it looks like MSTR, right? MicroStrategies. For some of you who don't know, for those of you who don't know, this is a ticker. This is a co-founder, Michael Saylor, right? This guy has been purchasing Bitcoin, and it could be actually is the world's largest holder of the Bitcoin asset, right? I think with over 331,000 coins, and with a newly converted note for purchasing another $3 billion of Bitcoin. So there is a deep narrative for this company, right? As they will be purchasing more of the Bitcoin asset, which is also encouraging the purchasing of Bitcoin from retail as well worldwide. Another adoption, or another company to acquire this would be ticker symbol MARA, right? Mara. They are also potentially buying more and more. Just on Friday, they purchased 5,277 Bitcoin, right? That's that equates to about $1 billion long, under the 100,000 mark. So very curious here how that's kind of happening, right? But very cool, team, very cool. I love the fact that we are able to at least share, what's going on with the trades within the Arca Bulls community. But I got to show you here this other side, right? What you're observing here is actually my trading team right next to me, right? The moderators, the analysts, they will start getting their notifications here pretty soon, and they will be in with me shortly, right? So that's why I'm saying here that you will be able to listen to them as well as they bring up any, just guys, just think of it like as any other day that we're inside of the Discord trading with the team, right? Just you guys go ahead and chime in at any fucking moment. Treat this like the way we always do, right? The same as vibe. So Casepack is saying you're gonna dual stream. So Casepack, there is a problem going on with the Discord and displaying people with the iPhone product. There was some kind of an update that happened, and it's preventing people from viewing the screen entirely, which is all annoying as hell, man. So that's currently the problem right now. So what I'm doing here is I'm creating like a super duper premium YouTube stream right now, and I don't know if I'm gonna have to switch over to YouTube and bring over all of the premium members from Discord and introduce the premium membership into YouTube for viewing or whatever, man. It's just we have another way to do it, and we're gonna take advantage of it, and that's why we are here right now. Okay, team. So let's find out. Let's find out what MSTR has, and treat this day just like any other day, right? Just like any other trading day, like we do inside of the trading team. But again, welcome back, everybody. Very, very excited to be streaming with you today. At least we get to give an example over what trading with the team is in the public eye, right? Very cool stuff indeed, man. And welcome analysts, welcome all of you, right? So right now your mics are completely on. You guys are able to speak at any moment, and the team will be able to hear you. So Smokey, at any moment, bro, just like you do, man, you're catching some type of news, some type of whatever, man. Let's treat it just like that, and let's fucking go, right? No,
all right, I got you.
Yeah, don't hold back, man. Everybody could hear you, and we'll be good to go. So now options in the analyst section is saying, what do we think? We're going down today or what? Well, let's go ahead and find out in the chart and see what's let's see what MSTR is feeling like, because to tell you the truth, this is just overall pressures of, I believe, some pressures from Bitcoin, some pressures from the broader markets. There's a whole bunch of things, right? So let's go ahead and observe both of these tickers here at once and see what's up. So MSTR, let's go to the daily time frame, right? This is your daily. We closed red. We definitely closed with a red bar outside. Not a true red outside bar, but even still, we have a red bar. Okay, so 12-hour time frame. Let's see, how long do we have to open the market? We have just about 2 minutes to open the market here, and there could be, let's see, 12-hour time frame close. Let's see, that's sitting at 383.45. Market close was 403.45. So that's already is that for real? That is about a 20-point decline here. So there could be a 20-point increase. Now, the reason why I'm saying a 20-point increase is because there is a gap right now, right? It's gapping down just about those 20 points. So the probabilities typically are that price action retraces, right? It would retrace to start closing the gap between the opening of the, intraday opening and your prior bar's close, the intraday bar close. All right. So if that's the case, then we would just have to kind of revert back into this area here. We do have immediate resistance coming back up towards closing that gap, and I got to give it to you right now, right? That's going to be roughly between the areas of 389.60 and 393.47. As of this very moment, keep this in mind, we are validating resistances. Any jump that we get to the upside is a potential validation of resistance, confirmation of resistance, and potential short entry zone. Okay, so I need you to know that for now, right? If the bulls have enough thrust, if they have enough conviction, enough buy side interest, then we would have to, get I would say an hourly, ideally a 4-hour close above the zone of 403.32. If we start looking at that close above that 403.32, then we would be okay for continuing into the upside from that point on, right? So let's just go ahead and, I guess we may be able to do it with a 3-hour close. Markets are now going to be open in around 30 seconds. So if I mean a 3-hour close, guys, that's going to happen in the first 30 minutes of the trading day, right? Intraday, 30 minutes in, right? So right now for me, it is going to be 6:30 a.m. Pacific. It's going to be 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, right? So 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 is going to be right at 12 o'clock, right? So 12 o'clock is going to give you Eastern time. That's going to give you the 1, 2, 3, and 6-hour closes. So let's find out if we can at least get a symptom of closing above that target there. Peekaboos could be right back down to the areas of around 372.05 before a bounce towards that upside. Okay, team. So know for a fact that we have resistance right away at around 384.57 MSTR. We will move on and see what Bitcoin feels like. We got to see what S&P, what the SPY feels like, right? We're going to find out all that good stuff right now, right? So intraday is actionable. It's a lights on right now. So let's find out. Bitcoin also kind of dropping a little bit, right? Let me bring in the 4-hour time frame on Bitcoin and see how that's feeling. Prior bar on Bitcoin, 4-hour time would be support at 91,412. I got to say this, guys. I got to say this. I got to say this because it's kind of critical. If we look at this on a weekly time frame and we start to see this junction here between the weekly bars, that being the prior weekly bar, and 2 weeks ago, you're going to notice here that the low end is around 89,375.93, right? I got to say that if we start closing anything below this level here, specifically with a 4-hour time frame, then we're gonna be a little bit in trouble here. There could be further downside to observe. I'm not telling you that it is gonna happen. I'm telling you that that is a condition that we must be aware of in order for us to proceed forward or know where price action could be going towards. Okay, so heads up on that potential as well. Using BTC could be a very strong indicator here for potential price action into the immediate short term, at least for any time frame, really, guys. So look for the support bounds from the areas of around 89,859 to 89,342. Daily ATR on this, right? Your daily average true range on BTC is right about $3,604. The ATR low for today would be 96,000. Okay, so 96,600, and that's where we have to come up with our very creative minds, and we have to invalidate that bear play. Why would it stop from going all the way to the $96,000 target, right? So why would be the reason for us to go into that 96? The low is actually 89,396. I'm wondering what the fuck am I calling the upside for? So yeah, it's actually 89,396, guys. So 89,396 with discretion, right? Remember, with discretion, I pointed out these targets for you just a little bit ago. So here is your ATR low, 89,396 with $3,604 of decline or increase from any time this ticker opens its new day for trading. Right, so here is my discretionary drop, 89,342 to 89,859, and your daily ATR low mathematically coming into 89,396, magically speaking, right in this area here. So very impressive times, guys. I do feel that this could be an overextension or the full extension here before there is a bounce towards that upside on BTC. So if we can kind of correlate that or make this somehow be similar to MSTR or give its targets against the targets on BTC, well, let's go ahead and do something first about that, right? We want to know how correlated it is at this moment. So immediate short-term time frame correlation would have to be something for us to observe, right? So let's just go ahead and take a look at the correlation coefficient on this, and we will be able to see at what point potentially we could gain risk on MSTR, guys, because MSTR certainly has more and more upside, specifically in the upper time frames, and that upper time frame upside is, I gotta say, it's kind of violent. So just keep in mind, guys, that not only has the Arca Bulls team, options in particular, he has been telling us about MSTR's long position since $50, but I also got the attention from him finally at around 180, where I spoke to you about this being one of the biggest short squeezes that you had ever seen in your life, or you would be able to see in your life, right? So know for a fact, guys, that I am still very bullish the asset. We pointed at the $300, $400, $500 targets from 180 bucks just a few weeks ago, right? And we are also pointing at potential targets into the $1,000 zone, but you know what, let's keep those numbers for a little bit later. For now, we want to worry about what's going on in the immediate short term with potential repositioning, or what's going to happen with the positions that we're currently holding as long-term holders as well, right? So let's go ahead and pair the correlation coefficient here against the BTC. So that's going to be let's see, yeah, MSTR against BTC. Jen, heads up, you actually have your mic. There we go. Thank you so much. So let me go ahead and put BTC here against the, you know what, we're going to do the all-time history index just so that we have all the information possible. So check this out, team. This is going to be your, let me get rid of this and show you this indicator right up here. So this is the correlation coefficient index with, that's going to be the relationship between BTC and MSTR. So anything above this medium band here would tell you that there is some type of correlation between the assets. Now, as it increases in valuation here, it would tell you that there is a deeper and deeper relationship between the two assets. So this sitting all the way up here in the 90 percentile, this is sitting at 94% to the upside. That's telling you that it's kind of tied to the hip here, right? So weekly time frame on MSTR against BTC, it is absolutely tied. But what we want to know is the immediate short term. So what happens if BTC recovers, what happens to MSTR, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the relationship there, and that would be specifically to maybe the 4-hour time frame. So let's see what the 4-hour time frame is looking like with the correlation coefficient. And okay, so it looks like there was almost an inversion here, but it's starting to correlate again. So let's go even deeper, right? Let's go to even smaller, or let's go to the even smaller time frames. Hourly time frame on this. Let's see what the recoveries, and let's see what the relationship is, right? Here we go. Oh my goodness. All right. That's good news. That is good news. MSTR is actually recoupled with the BTC asset. We're looking at, look at this thing, man. It's at 96% correlation in the hourly time frame. That is telling us that it is sensitive to Bitcoin's any move right now. And you can see the hourly time frame on Bitcoin. We're certainly getting an uptick right now. And moving on to MSTR, yeah, we're getting that same type of candle right as we speak. Check it out, right? This is your MSTR asset, and this is your Bitcoin asset right here. Very, very similar price action happening as we speak. Okay, so that is very good news for us, at least for the ones who are holding long the MSTR asset, right? So very good things in line here. I need you guys to be immaculately careful when you are trading these assets, specifically when we are at critical highs. Okay, team. What I will tell you is this. Okay, I gotta share with you this thesis, because this could be this could be massive dumps of liquidity into the American equities via Bitcoin. And the reason why I say this is because Bitcoin, its upsides, the rejections from the $100,000 mark that it's so close to, right? We already hit what, 99,960, I think it was, right? These rejections that we're getting right now, these are all the rejections for the 100K mark. So what I'm saying is that the pullbacks that we're getting, relative to the hitting of the 100K, this is it, right? This is it right now. As we speak, these are the ones. So I'm trying to prepare you for what's to come next, right? So the next, idea here would be this. Look, check it out. I'm going to bring you down to maybe a daily time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame. I'm going to point out something very, very simple here, and that's this is just to tell you what I'm personally observing, right? So let me get rid of a couple of these trend lines here, because they do not matter at this point. What I want to do is just show you a clean picture over what's presently happening, right? So remember that this bottom side here that we pointed out, 89,342 to 89,859, this is your daily ATR low and correlation between your weekly junction between the weeks right down here, right? So that correlation, or that rhyme, is pretty nice, and it's definitely something that we should keep under deep consideration, right? So now let's move on to the I want to show you guys the daily time frame, and I want to show you simply what it kind of is for us to experience a breakout and validation of resistances, or validation of a newly converted resistance into support, right? So we get the breakout from this section right here, right? And that follows that follows into potentially coming back down, right? So this area of resistance right about here, right? I'm gonna mark it for you as an area as like this. Check this out. Just like this here, this is that huge resistance that we came up to, right? Big resistance at this point. We get that break, right? We get one candle of validation before the continuation towards the upside. This is not enough, right? This is not enough for us to validate a critical break, especially breaking above the $90,000 zone and prepping ourselves to break into the $100,000 zone, right? So we're going to get that rejection from the 100, validate the 90, right? 90 validates as a confirmed solid support. We need to make sure that the bulls know that the bulls within each other, we're trying to find out if this is actually a viable support, or support that we can absolutely live in, right? So if this support is strong enough, if it proves its worth, if it proves its validity, then we would be able to bounce from this area here towards the upside, break above the 100K mark, and practice what I believe to be a critical breakout, right? So this is a breakout strategy happening as we speak on a larger time frame, day-to-day price action here. So if we are able to make this wall-to-wall move, $10,000 to $10,000, I believe there to be massive continuation towards the upside, specifically to targets of around $111,000 to $115,000, maybe $114,000 before a resistance grab and validation of support of the newly converted or newly seen area of support of 100K BTC, right? So that's going to be our newly acting support for moving forward. Psychologically speaking, when we're talking about uneducated traders or uneducated retail, when we're observing targets of 6 figures within BTC, that's not something that you're saying 100,000. That means 200,000. No, for the uneducated trader, that means 500,000. So this could experience a massive rally towards the upside, which would then in turn bring in a massive amount of liquidity into the American equities. Why? Because that's where we have the miners, right? We have the potential adoption of we have the potential holders of Bitcoin from other equities like Microsoft, right? Potentially other tech companies looking to expand using some of the narratives that Bitcoin has built within it and are currently building under their Web3 platform, under their AI ideas, a whole bunch of things, guys. That's gonna be a worldwide rip, right? Potential ideas coming in for chip makers like AMD, Nvidia. I think it's gonna be a tech boom. I think it's gonna be more and more upside here regarding your cryptocurrencies against American equities. So that's presently my idea as I approach, or as we approach that 100K mark of BTC. So this is what I'm thinking, guys. The immediate short term, this is where we were talking about, right? Potential gap close towards that upside, giving us the resistance level here. We're experiencing the resistance that we just talked about for MSTR, right? 389.60 to 393.47. This is the resistance, and we're rejecting as we speak live, right? So if that is the case, then we have to be patient. Then we have to find out what's happening here. So let me go ahead and pull up the volume profile and see what's up. Let's see. Okay. All right. So far, team, the volume profile does not agree with a dead cat bounce. What I mean by that is that typically speaking, when we get a let's see, I'm just gonna draw it in for you, right? When we get a sharp decline and then an immediate increase, there tends to be a resistance level before price dips down, tests that local support, right? Bounces short term and then continues to the downside. This would be creating a dead cat bounce, right? And it's the take profit target would be equivalent to the high from the bottom to the top end, or the highest point of the curve, right? So that would be your dead cat. But in order for us to validate that continuation, we would simply need volume to decline into the upside. But in this case, you're actually noticing here that we're getting volume increase. So for that, we should probably look into the 10-minute time frame and see what's up. Okay, well, yeah, we're still getting massive volume increase here. It could be because of the intraday. It could be. Oh my goodness, man! Thank you so much for that, Dono. Orca saying, what GME price do you recommend? Do you mean to like step out, like to risk off? Is that what you mean? Yeah, heads up with this, team, because I do think that it has a further upside. So far is further upside. This is looking like it could have floored. I'm not saying that it is the case, but when observing, yeah, please let me know if you mean what time do you want to exit position. We're gonna have to take a look at ticker symbol AMC2 real quick. That being said here, team, look at when I block out all the drawings and stuff, all the noise, and pull up your bi-weekly time frame. Your bi-weekly has that huge support at 384.84, and man, I mean that could be you mean to go shirt off? You mean to actually buy in harder? Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the price action here on GME for you, buddy. Thank you so much for that, Dono. I got you, man. Thank you for tipping your bartender, right? That means a lot to me, man. That means a lot to me, bud. And you following up with a very kind request. Of course, I can go ahead and look at that for you, man. So just finishing off MSTR here, I do believe that we are local lows right now, which means that BTC could be experiencing those lows as well, right? So we already experienced the bottom side of this zone first, right? We identified some type of support here based on the breakout of the $90,000 area. Not saying that this is it. In fact, we have resistance to get over between 93,550 and 93,776. If we cannot get over there and close a 4-hour minimum candle above that 93,776, then we could be seeing a potential downside here to retest these lows, and we will see moving forward from there. Let's go ahead and take a look at ticker symbol GME for my bro over there giving me a quick little dono, right? Let's take a look at the continuation here, team. So if you remember, I haven't put out a video here for GME in a few weeks, and I left you with, from $18, I left you with, well, there could be a continuation to the upside here based on a 5-month closure, and that 5-month closure is indicating a decompression level upward, right? So statistically speaking, when you're approaching the close of your prior bar, you tend to get a decompression towards the upside, which we were already getting. $18 to around $21, $21.34, 20. You know what it is, right? Let's see. Yeah, no. ECAT. That is that he is talking about something that we have already. We have a lot of people used to call me Arca because I was the apparent whale, right? And also in Discord, I use a little bit of an icon. I use sometimes a little whale there, and that's the Arca, right? Because people would correlate that between an Arca and myself. It was about a year or two ago, I think, right? But I think that MFN is actually an OG. He's probably been there for a long time, and he remembers that, right? So he or she, I'm sorry, I don't mean to assume any genders there. Me, my Arca, man, says be real. Love you, buddy. Love you, buddy. Very good to see everyone in here. Chili, good to see you there. Seb, love you so much, man. And yeah, I see the whole team coming in. So let's go ahead and continue here, team, and see what the continuation is for GME, right, team? Here's a quick reminder. Make sure to join the Arc Masters course immediately. We're going to be beginning the beginners program in about 2 or 3 weeks. So I want you front and center here, right, guys? We have a little bit of a tight-knit group from that beginners mentorship. This is going to be one of my smaller groups, but we still have had the pleasure to teach so far 330 master students in the ABT program. So very excited for that continuation, team. Make sure to get your butts in there, and you will be mentored live by me. And this would be probably the best one because so far we only have around 4 to 5 people confirmed for that very small class. So this would be the best way to have immediate contact with me, immediate reactions, and immediate questions, right? We would be doing this in a private Discord together, right? So make sure to get in touch with me at ArcMastersCourse at Gmail. Ask for the syllabus, for the disclaimer. I'll give you all that information. All right, team? Reach out to me immediately. I love you, team. So let's go ahead and take a look at the more immediate short term because I think that this is setting up a potential bull flag in maybe the 3 or 4 hour time frame. And just to remind you, the 3 hour time frame is coming in about 12 minutes, right? So you got to know, remember this, you have to, in order for you to know where you're going inside of stock trading, you absolutely have to know when you are, right? So that's something that I tell my students all the time. Know when you are. So in this particular moment, if we go back down to the 3 hour time frame and look at your for example, let's do this, right? Let's just go ahead and pull up the SPY because remember that we're trading here American equities and we're using everything against the SPY, everything against the Qs, right? So look at this right here. In the 3 hour time frame, you're going to notice here that in 10 minutes and 54 seconds, we are coming to a close. But if you use other time frames, then you're going to notice that there's a bunch of them closing at all at the same time. Hourly time frame 10 minutes, bi-hourly time frame 10 minutes, 3 hour time frame 10 minutes, and the 6 hour time frame 10 minutes. That gives us an opportunity to gain position either short or long depending on where the trend is headed towards, right? So specifically on the SPY here, it looks like that we could be pulling back here on traditional price action antics, right? That would be down to this level right about here. I spoke about these levels already. It's all good. So let's go ahead and take a look at this potential here. Don't worry about these drops here. Not yet. I'm not worried about those just yet, right? So for now in the short term, we could see bounces from the areas of around, let's put the receipts right up here like this, adjusted 597.95 to about 598.66, which would mark the 50% prior bar retrace of this 6 hour candle, right? So that means we get the new print and then we would essentially pull back down to anywhere between this area here before an upside continuation, which is something that is giving us from the 15-minute time frame, right? 15-minute time frame is critically contracted here. Currently trying to print a bar above the guys. This is now a new high, right? We are at the day's high right now, trying to break out of it. We have the prior day's high to observe here as resistance at around $600.87. So if we're seeing the broader markets give us some strength, well, I can't help but to notice that GME also, even though, right, there's no correlation, there's no whatever. I know a lot of people tell me that, right? I'm just going to follow what the charts are saying. There is a bit of strength coming in, curiously enough, from the GME asset, right? If we are to speculate something, guys, I do see a buy formation here, right? A lot of my master students know what that means. We're talking about a bullish buy formation breakout strategy here, using an inverse head and shoulders and also the bull pennant that we're riding right now, right? So remember, guys, I'm using some very, very basic things here to be able to give you the potentials of price action within GME. A lot of people telling me that you can't chart manipulation, but that's not the case, guys. It's not about charting manipulation. It's about charting a fucking chart. Get your asses grown up and find out what the hell a chart even means, right? So let's go ahead and identify that top end target for the GME asset, right? So I'm going to use this type of regression here just to identify what that top end could actually be. Remember that we talked about a $30 target down from $18 a while ago. Okay, guys, this was already a while ago. So the top end target using psychology would actually be at around $32.41, right? Taking from the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders down to the bottom of the head. Now we are seeing that this is also a breakout strategy from a bull pennant in that 3-hour time frame. It could be observed in other time frames. It's all good, right? So let's just go ahead and observe that potential as well. Top side resistance for GME on the biggest side of take profit that you can observe here. The second area would be the center of the triangle, right? Take another trend line, draw it right in there. And also one more target, it would be at the breakout candle. So right about here, let's go ahead. Let's see. It would be right about here, right? Getting that top end target. The first target to the upside is looking like it could be a target of around $30.37. Curiously enough, right? It would be viable for us to determine that $30 target. In fact, this is the $30 target that we talked about from fucking weeks ago, right? So this is where we load it. We literally spoke about loading down at the $18.62 so that we can ride this thing all the way up. And check this out. Here's your first target meeting. We just talked about it. $30.42, and fucking bam, we just know it. We just hit it. I don't know what the fuck to tell you guys, but it's all good, right? That's the way the cookie crumbles. Congratulations if you took advantage of that shit live as this motherfucker happened, right? So good stuff. We are right at that take profit of the first area. Now the second zone for us to evaluate potential topside targets. I love that you guys are now able to see this shit live so you can see how it really fucking works, right? All good stuff. Jackie charts GME all the time. He gets it right a lot. Definitely can be charted. Absolutely. Jackie Letitz, right? That's my boy. That's my bro. He definitely does a good job in his charting. So keep your eyes on him as well. Make sure to support the man, right? As he has supported this channel before, and I will support and continue supporting his channel too. Okay, you guys. So very, very good stuff. I know there's a lot of mixed feelings with influencers, but know for a fact, team, that he does mean well and he teaches very good stuff too. Okay, team. So make sure to respect the ones that are absolutely there for retail and are trying their best to educate retail. Okay, so it's all good. It's all good. Things can happen. I see that we're a little bit frozen. Let's go ahead and just touch on that real quick. Before I go, hold on. The first target, the middle target is leaning towards $30.86. Okay, we're on our way to that. And the third target would be this one right over here, right? So we're going to put it from the breakout candle just like this. And the top end target for this would be roughly at about $32.99. I'm not saying that we're going to go there today, but what I mean is that now we have a zone using a buy formation breakout, and that would be the inverse head and shoulders, right? And hold on, let me get that fucker on again. Here we go. Using the inverse head and shoulders, right? This one right down here against the bull pennant, and that gives us this range of take profit. So what we could do here is also take some geometrics into consideration to see about that potential target to the upside, right, guys? That's going to be your 32.42 to 32.99, and that's going to put us. Let's see. What we're looking for is a 272 ratio or a 618 ratio. One of those, right? One of those, right? Typically speaking, that's kind of how things happen. So what we're gonna do here is take into consideration. Let's see, the prior day's high to the intraday low today with a geometric, right? So this is going to be your Fibonacci retracement, and what we want to see is a 618 target or a 72 target in that area of take profit that we're looking for. Well, there you fucking go. Center of the fucking area right here at 3 spot 618, $32.67. The 3 spot 272 coming up to $32.28. Very, very confluent with your geometric levels, right? So mathematically able, psychologically able, right, and technically possible. So technologically spastic. Let's see. Howdy Arca, are we watching Xena up like $8 in the last days? Today $10.27. We can absolutely take a look at things like that, right? As somebody mentioned it in the team yesterday. I gotta say I think it's a micro cap, right? So that presents a lot of danger, but please watch out with those, right? I'm not opposed to giving it a quick look, but let's finish up here with GME, right? Take a look at this, guys. We are absolutely reaching now our second target of $30.86. We have now reached a high on this 3-hour bar of $30.75. Guys, remember we put out this target here of the $30.39 just about 10 minutes ago, right before we actually hit that target, confluent to the 1 spot 618 Fibonacci retracement, right? This would validate your $30 bottom, right? That's going to be your $30 break of resistance. Now we got to convert it into some type of acting support. If we are able to keep that support, then there is, then technically here there would be a continuation towards that upside. One thing that I want to remind you of, okay? Remember that I spoke about the potential strength coming in to GME using something like the S&P 500. A lot of people will always tell me, no, there's no correlation, there's no this, there's no that, but it's okay, team. It's just I see the strength there. I'm going to speak about the strength here, and through the S&P, we noticed that the strength was coming into GME, and it did, right? So does it happen to be any type of, is it by chance? Is it coincidence? Sure, it could be any of those things. In fact, anything is possible in the markets. It's all good as long as we're able to correlate and see these moves happen before our eyes, or put down our analysis and put down the bottom dollar that it could actually happen. Until then, we're going to be able to just continue to prove that the analysis or the analytics here, or the statistical probabilities, or whatever it is, continues to be viable. Okay, team. So let's just one more thing here regarding the GME asset. Let's go ahead and now display to you, simply speaking, what we talked about on our last video printed, right? I actually stopped printing videos for GME simply because one dude said that I don't know shit, and all I do is pump the stock, and this is why it's going to go to the top, right? So I stopped posting anything after that video just so that I can make sure that the analysis here speaks for its fucking self, and let that be the end of the story, right? So now that we're here, maybe I can continue printing out some more videos and showing like, okay, guys, your boy didn't pump shit, right? And now we are sitting at the target that we spoke of weeks ago with the entry at $18.62 that we spoke about anyway, right? It's market dynamics, guys. These are probabilities based trades, and it just happens like that. You guys know me. For those of you who know, you know I am a probabilities trader. I am a mathematics trader, right? I like trading with numbers, not with what people say. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. We're simply going to measure the 5-month candle, right? Because that's the one that we printed. This was weeks ago, man. So let's go ahead and measure that candle, right? So this is going to be like this. So that candle is telling us that 50%, remember, 60 to 70% of the time, when you get a closure of a candle, you will be getting a potential 30 to 50% prior bar retrace. 60 to 70% of the time, you'll get a 30 to 50% prior bar retrace. We printed this bar. We noticed that there could be a bottom side here. So we spoke about what? This 50% of the bar at where? $30.29. Where is the price for GME right now? It is exactly there. It is exactly at $30.29, right? So that is literally the split of the prior 5-month bar. And I spoke to you guys about this as a continuation target. We spoke about breaking that $30 level into potentially the $32, $33, pull back, validate the $30 level as a support, and then continue towards that upside towards the $35 to $36, maybe $37 valuation of GME. Guys, we literally literally spoke about this weeks and weeks ago. This is all old news. And now that we've arrived here, I'm just prepping you for what I said anyway, right? So now that we have reached there, we have to just now experience that potential resistance level located right at around that $31 to around $32 and about 53 cents, so close to 33 bucks. Then we would get that slight pullback here to start validating the $30 level as an area of newly found support, broken resistance, and validation for a continuation towards that upside, right, guys? So this is the play. This is the way we've been observing it, and we also spoke about the potentials of volatility and momentum being shifted in the shorter time frames for potential upside continuations, right? So let's go back down to the 8-hour time frame and take a look at volatility versus momentum. This is volatility in linear. Okay, guys, if you guys don't know already, I do script, I do write my code for my own tools here, right? And these are codes and algorithms that I also provide to my master students and also to the trading team in the private Discord, right? So know for a fact, guys, that we are not using things that somebody else created, because somebody accused me of that too, saying, you know what, you're using all these tools and you don't even know that they're manipulating those tools. My answer to that was, wait. But you're speaking to the creator of the tool, though. Like, I literally built that tool. So are you telling me that? No, they're not. I'm sorry. It's a private script. I literally from this brain here created that source code for it. So it's a no, you know? And then there was immediate silence, right? There was immediate silence. I'm like, well, let's just simmer down here, right? Guys, GME is performing right now a very rare breakout. This is a rising wedge, and it is a breakout that could lead towards a very unlikely upside, right? Because these are not typical to you. This is not typical at all. So this is what you're observing here right now, okay, team? So this is your rising wedge formation, right? This triangle right up in here. And if this is where shit's going to start getting a little silly, right? Let's go ahead and take in the first target towards that upside, right? So let's see. Yeah, we just got the 6-hour close, right? The 6-hour close is red right now. So that tells you that around, how do we say it, guys? 60 to 70% of the time, we would be getting 30 to 50% prior bar retrace, right? So if it happens, if it so happens, then this would be your local loading zone for your asset. Okay, you guys are wondering, right? You guys are wondering. You're telling me, where could entry potentially be? So potential entries could lead into this area here. We're going to use the bottom side of around 29.70 to about 29.83, right around that $30 level, right? We're resisting at the 1.618 right now. If this happens, right, there's first a peekaboo that happens, $30.72, meaning that we come back and peekaboo right above that, right, create a little bit of a bull trap, liquidity grab, right, bring this thing back down to the 50% of the prior bar, then we would continue. In other words, known as a bull flag, right? So if that happens, then we would be able to validate a continuation towards the upside. It doesn't have to happen in that manner. GME is known here to create upsides regardless of the formation that it's creating. So very much a lot of merit to, a lot of validity there to the abilities of price within the GME asset. Okay, so let's just kind of observe that, and I will also point out that we reached about 95% of the target that we spoke of, $30.76 to the $30.80 something cents topside target and center target of your bull pennant. Now, if we are able to come back down and validate this area that I'm speaking to you about, the 6-hour time frame, 50% prior bar on that 6-hour just so happens to line up very closely to that regression of the rising wedge, right? So that's also confluent to that area right there. So that'd be an interesting zone for us to pick up potential entry. Not only that is also located right at the 1 We looked at that, right? Chad, your mic is on, buddy. I can definitely hear you. Make sure to mute your mic, guys, if you're not talking to me directly, right? So let's go ahead and continue the analysis here. Sorry, I'm not sure. Snow Daddy, please go ahead and mute your mic, buddy. I can hear you.
I got him.
Yeah. All good. So here we go, team.
Not me.
I didn't know who it was, right? I just have to kind of observe and look. So there you go, guys. We're getting that little bit of a peekaboo right above that 1.618 and now continuing towards that downside. Specifically speaking on statistics, has nothing to do with shorting, has nothing to do with a whole bunch of predatory shorts or nothing to do like that, team. It's just statistics here, right? Prior bar pullback, we just got that 6-hour close. You know, the chances are 60 to 70% that we get a fucking pullback on that shit, and here we go, right? There it goes. So he blew his nose. Bro, all good in the hood. All good in the hood. Anyway, so yeah, now we're creating resistance of the prior bar close, which was around $30.27. Breaking above that 30.27 before the 50% would include or would help the price action here for GME and its continuation towards that upside, right? So very, very interesting things there. All right, team. So now that we know the potential entry, I'm going to give you guys the final take here on the GME asset, right? So I know that a lot of you guys want to know what the hell that means. What are we doing here? Where is it going? All that good stuff. So the targets for the rising wedge, I'm going to go ahead and color. Let's just color them this yellow. Screw it. Yellow. So this would be your first target to the upside, including around $31.82. Let's take into consideration the center of the rising wedge as well. Remember, the rising wedge is actually a bearish formation. And as of now, it's creating a very rare breakout. The second target would lead to a very confluent 3-spot 272 3228 and very confluent midpoint of your pennant as well, right? So that's very curious here that we're getting that break into the $32 level. And finally, the rear end of your rising wedge, that would also be the area to consider here for a take profit, right? So right about this zone here, I'm looking at let's get a potential top using that target there, breaking out from this point here. That would tell us that we would be reaching this top end here, right? $34.44, psychologically speaking. Okay, guys, so make sure not to over leverage, make sure not to put yourself into some danger that you don't want to be in, right, guys? I guess the high probability targets would be these. I'm going to create the little zones here for the continuation to the upside. As far as the targets are concerned, I believe this is my final offer for now. Jen, mute your mic, please. I'm getting an echo. Let me go ahead and just include this right over here. I forget that that's the regular voice channels would do that, right? With the stages, you don't have to worry about muting your mic and all that stuff, but with these regular voice channels, you do. Very interesting times. Suck my balls. Suck my balls. So the upside here, team, 32.41 to 32.99, 3-spot 272 to the 3-spot 618 confluence. The next target would be 33.86 to 34.49. Heads up on your resistance levels for GME, as it does have a very likely continuation. Let's see the bi-hourly time frame, since we just got that close. Yeah, we have a volatility expansion. We have upside stochastic momentum. The hourly close came in as well. We got volatility expansion, right? So this is literally your throttle, right? Think of this as your throttle. Think of this as your direction bias. So if we are expanding, that means that there are more market participants entering short or long. It doesn't matter. This doesn't mean if it's going, this doesn't mean up or downside price. It just means volatility, right? So it means that people are entering short or long. It doesn't matter. There's just more action happening. What gives you the bias and direction is stochastic momentum, right? We're getting here the upside probabilities from an hourly time. 30-minute time frame upside with a volatility break and a signal fire inside of the critical expansion zone of above 90%. This is likely continuing towards the upside, team. For how long? 1, 2, 3, let's see, 3 hours of upside still, 4-hour time frame upside continuation, 8 hours. Very, very nice signal here in the 8-hour time frame, right? Guys, this is the gravitational zone here of the bullish control zone within stochastic momentum, and this is also pivoted towards the upside, meaning that we have even further throttle towards that upside. 12-hour time frame inside of that gravitational zone with volatility expansion too. We have 12 hours of upside so far. Daily time frame looking like we have upside there. By daily time frame, let's see. Yep, by daily upside, 3 days of potential upside. And I'm thinking, man, 4 days? What the fuck? Are you serious? 5 days, and that's a critical break of signal. Oh shit. Weekly time frame. What the fuck is going on? Month. Oh shit. So we have a bi-weekly to monthly upside. What the fuck? Let's find out what that fucking means. I'm immediately curious. Okay, hold up. Simmer down, motherfuckers. Let's see what the fuck this is gonna do right now, guys. There's a bigger move in line here for GME, and I wasn't aware of it until just now. And guys, remember, I don't practice any types of fundamentals. I just need the fundamentals to be very, very particular, very strong for the immediate short term. I am not a long-term trader. I do swing sometimes, but I am mostly a short-term trader, right? So meaning scalps and momentum trades. So if this is suggesting bi-weekly upside, that could bleed into your monthly time frame, seeing that the monthly time frame would be closing here in about 3 days and 3 hours. The probabilities of pullback from that monthly time frame can lead towards a correctionary time between $27 and about $26.12 before a massive continuation towards the upside. But for now, it's suggesting continuation towards the upside. So if it continues to the upside within these next 3 days and we experience the $34 top that we're talking about, that would make the 50% of this month, this support here at $30 fucking dollars, just like we talked about. So if that $30 is the range, heads up, short-term traders right now, short-term swing traders, get long the asset around that pullback that we spoke about, right? Ride this thing towards the top end of around $33 to $35, pull your profits, get out of the market, re-enter around the areas of around $29.60 to $30 for a continuation to the upside that can be kind of violent here. Let me mark off the amount of upside that we have. So the current ATR is $10.42. The current ATR top is telling us that we would reach a likely on the monthly time frame. That was from the opening down here at $22, which is when I talked to you guys about potential of upside. The ATR top on a monthly time frame is spoken right here in my algorithm, right, which is also available to you when you join the Arca Bulls trading team. It's $31 that we were already getting that upside target via this indicator, and your one standard deviation top giving us the 29.75, which is also the 2-spot 618 Fibonacci retracement. So here we are continuing towards that upside that I'm talking to you about, guys, right? So looking good so far. Okay, so now we are at the monthly ATR top. Bi-monthly ATR top would lead also. Oh wow! So the bi-monthly is actually leading towards a $37. Yep, that's it right there, team. Oh my goodness, $37 to $37 to $41 is what I'm catching here for the next upside, for the next leg up, right? So that would mean that in about 3 days or 4 days there would be continuation into the $34 target, $35 target, pullback into the 26.78 around there, right? The $30 zone to validate it as support before continuation towards that upside. Okay, guys, so that's currently what we're observing. So yeah, you know what? If we are going to take into consideration that bull flag there, I would never take it into consideration using this massive FOMO fucking wick. What we would do is actually use it like this here, right? So we would take it from range low to range high, and this would be giving us that target of what I just told you guys that I was giving you guys. You know what? I'm gonna say $37 for now. I don't want to speak about this top end because I mean, fuck it. I'm just gonna tell you. Okay, yes, potentially $47, $48 in line. That's gonna be your that's gonna be your your upper standard deviation of the VWAP. Okay, guys. So that fucking shut your face. I don't like talking about targets like that ever, right? I don't like to talk about squeezes. I just talk about the fucking chart, what the price says, and that shit is it, right? So yes, I am looking at a continuation towards that upside, but temporary upside to around $33 to $35, resistance at $33 to $35, pullback, validate $26 to $30 as a support area, continuation to the upper bounds of around $37 to $40 fucking dollars. All right, guys, this is something that can happen over the span of the next fucking 1 to 2, maybe 2.5, 3 weeks. Okay, so just you fucking heard it here, and you're hearing it based on math. You're not hearing it based on any fucking earnings or fucking sheets or 10Ks or 8Ks or nobody's fucking balls itching on the left-hand side. None of that shit, okay? I'm just talking about mathematical probabilities here. Good things in line for GME and continuation, very, very likely and pretty, I wouldn't say the most volatile for upside, meaning I gotta correct this thing that I said earlier where I said it's a violent upside. It's inching towards being a violent upside, not yet a violent upside. Okay, team, so please heads up with that probability, but I am noticing here a potential I am noticing here that there could be a drop into that $30 target. I'm noticing a potential $20 run, $15 to $20 pump into GME coming in for the next couple of weeks. Remember the cycle that I just spoke about, though. Remember how that probability is based. Remember how the resistances are working and how the pullback would work. Do not come to me and say, Arca, you said this was going to go all the way to $50 or whatever the fuck, right? And it's pulling back to $26 right now. Well, I told you that would happen too, right? So remember that. You fucking guys, I love you all so much, right? Remember that we would be getting that topside resistance at around 33 to 35 bucks, right? Pull back that 33 to 35 bucks in around 3 days because of the monthly close. 60 to 70% probabilities of getting a 50% prior bar pullback, right? If we do get that that $33, $34 top, that means 50% would be retracing down to 28 or 30 bucks around there for the monthly retrace. Then that would validate $30 as a psychological level, continuation towards that upside towards the $37 to $40 targets into maybe $47 to $48 leading into some other fucking time, right? But very, very happy to be streaming with you here today, team. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Do everything necessary to get this thing to really pop off, man. All right, you guys. I also would like to remind you, right? We're going to be starting that beginner's mentorship program here in about 2 to 3 weeks. So make sure to get in touch with me, guys. This would be the opportunity to take advantage to have a close connection with me, right? We're looking at around, so far, I only have around five students in line for the beginner's mentorship. For the strategies and executions courses, man, that's a whole other story. A lot of students in that, and the continuing students. Remember, Arca Bulls is already proud to have mentored 330 master students thus far, and we are continuing that number and growing the shit out of that, okay, team? So let's go ahead and make sure to get in touch with me here, because this is not going to last forever, team. This is not something I'm going to continue doing, specifically speaking, because through the help of my buddy Options giving me the opportunity, saying, you know what, bro, you'd probably be a great funded trader, you'd probably be a good prop firm trader. I took his advice, right, and I've already gotten certified pro from Take Profit Trader, right? So now I am a funded trader within a 25k account, but now I'm doing the 150k eval, of which I'm already above 50% complete from the evaluation, right? And it's Take Profit under a month. So we're looking pretty damn good for that, team. So this is absolutely something that I'm going to be pursuing, right? So the teaching aspect, between me and the students may come to a fucking grinding halt here soon enough, right? So I want you to take advantage of this while it lasts, okay, guys? So make sure to be there, as this next beginner's mentorship will very, very likely be the last one that I teach before I continue trading onto prop firm, all right, guys? And I will continue trading with the Arca Bulls team daily, right, team? So that's also something that you can also look into or look forward to with me in the Discord, in the private Discord, every single morning, just like we've always done, all right, team? So let's go ahead and now continue on to that next fucking ticker. And I think that we were supposed to just give a quick look at your AMC ticker. There's no way I can take that long on AMC, because AMC, I looked at it yesterday, I'm like, oh my God, thank goodness that one is simple. That does not have such a freaking crazy ass chart side of fucking this. I don't have to go insane on it, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the price action here for AMC, as it is increasing very, very balanced, right? Which is something that we always want an asset to do, right? We don't want it to explode to the upside, because if it explodes, that likely means that it's going to come back down just as fast. So whatever goes up that fast comes down that fast, right, guys? So if we have a balanced growth, that would give an opportunity here, or a unique opportunity for the asset to experience a continuation to that upside. Okay, so far we are creating here a new channel, right? This new channel is a bearish channel, but just like GME, this could be indicating a potential bear trap, and it could be indicating continuation towards the upside even still. The way that we can observe that, team, is actually like this, right? These are the regression bottoms that we're experiencing right now. This is simply an ABCD strategy towards an upside using an ascending channel, right? So right now, I am saying that we are at the top end of the channel, which is what I mean, but because if it does have continuation towards the upside, this may actually be the acting bear trap, potential double bottom here, right? Looking at that George W, right? So if we get that George W bottom and continues to the upside, well, there is a take profit target that we can observe on this, at least as an implied target, right? That would lead towards a potential top side. I'm going to split the difference here. I'm not going to go all the way to the bottom side, so I will split the difference and put it at the bottom end here of around $5.54. And if that's the case, does it rhyme with the width of the channel, right? So the channel's width would also give you the potentials of upside price. Taking a trend line just like this, measuring the width of that channel and putting it at the implied exit or a breakout from the channel, which is going to be rare, right? If this breaks out towards the upside on an ascending channel, it's rare, okay? That would be giving us a potential topside target of around $5.69. If we are talking now psychological levels, we have a zone to look at, right? And you're going to be very surprised over the zone's lows and tops, as you're going to see it rhyme with price action historically very, very cleanly, okay? There is your top end right here. There is your bottom end right here, and just like that, you have two different implied targets using technicals against psychology, right? So psychological breakouts and targets could lead towards that top side, but remember, I am telling you, I am going to mention it again, this is a rare breakout. If it breaks out with an ascending channel, that would indicate continuation towards a downside, right? But this is feeling like it wants to create an upside trade here, okay, you guys? So I want you to be immaculately careful over how you observe these things right now, because I don't want you to get trapped. I don't want you to, I don't want any of that crap to happen whatsoever, okay, team? So make sure to be careful with your do not over leverage on any of these on anything, okay, team? Never over leverage, never bet where you're not willing to lose already, right? I need you guys to be just be careful, okay, team? Be careful. That's all I'm trying to say. Let's validate the upside here. So 6-hour time frame just opened. Remember, that was just about 20 minutes ago, and we're noticing here that we still have an upside bias and we still have expansion going on. Very interesting times here indeed. Let's go ahead and see the 3-hour time frame, since we just got that opening too. 3-hour time frame, max volatility and upside bias even still. So that's giving us, you're right, those are the hints that we're getting towards the upside. Bi-hourly time frame, we just closed that. Max vol, we have upside probabilities on that stochastic momentum inside of the gravitational zone for upside. Hourly time frame is getting a correctionary shift towards consolidation instead of just downwards, right? So that's good. That's good. That means that if we're getting consolidation here, that means that we're at a critical top and experiencing short-term resistance, otherwise known as this is your triangle. This is your ascending triangle right here, team. So if we are looking at an ascending triangle variation, then this would be it right about this point here. And you guys already know that this formation is a bullish formation and does suggest continuation towards an upside, right? So this would be your triangle here. Identified targets would lead into the center, of course, right? The center, the rear, and the breakout candle, which would likely be the next one, okay? So if this actually does what it's supposed to do, next upside target on this would be 501, which is the $5 psychological level. The second level would actually take us to around $5.04, and the next level in the immediate short term would take us to $5.13. This is what I'm saying here. This is we're using the domino effect. We're using cascading time to understand psychology's targets against psychology's targets, meaning psychology breakout also within this channel, right? So we're going to get the upside, something like this right here, right? Get that resistance at the top end, come back down, validate the $5 level, which just so happens to be confluent to the regression of this channel here. Validate, consolidate for just a little bit of time here, right? Then consider continuation to that upside, right, guys? So that is what I'm saying here. Immediate short-term time frames like the 15-minute time frame, they have upsides right now. Fucking 10-minute time frame, let's see. 10-minute time frame does have it has upside even still. 5-minute time frame, motherfucker, man. There's a upside in the 5-minute too. Shit. Okay, so yeah, I'm saying here that there's a high probability that this goes to around 504, 505 in the immediate short term. Just give it a little bit of a pullback here, right, from the shorter time frames. Guys, don't be fooled by this. This is the SPY back here, okay? So don't feel like this is a ticker here, okay? So keep your pants on, team. All right. So that is what we're observing here. Okay, team. So that's currently it. And I will say, guys, I didn't know this. Chili, my bro, Interesting times indeed. Shout out to the Arca Bulls, says my brother, Chili P King, right? Giving me a nice, very kind dono. Thank you guys for the donos today, team. That really means a lot to me, and it really means a great deal that you can continuously support the Arca Bulls team. Okay, team. I very much appreciate what you have done and what you're doing for me as well. Oh man, that fucking camera doing the fucking mute up, fucking blah, man. Oh geez, team. And you know what? It's also getting into the 80 degrees of temperature in here, man. It is literally 40 degrees outside and 80 inside of this fucking studio. Let me go ahead and just get this camera working again. And also, let me motherfucking take this jacket off because it is super freaking hot. So welcome to the Arca Bulls team, to the Arca Bulls channel. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to really pop off, right, team? So let me just go ahead and mute here just for a quick sec, take a sip of water, and come right back into the fucking analysis, man. Welcome back, team. Welcome back. I love you all so much. Hold up. All right, team. All right. We are back. Let's go ahead. Get ourselves back into action here. What is good, team? Welcome back. Let's go ahead and take a look at the markets right now. Sorry if you're hearing a little bit of buzz. Had to turn on the air here inside of the studio because damn it, man. It is absolutely hot in here, man. But all good in the hood, all good in the hood. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the price action here, team. Yeah, so this is potentially what I'm looking at, team. Good stuff on AMC, good stuff on both GME and AMC, man. Now let's look at the behavior of MSTR and catch up, right? Actually, let me. You know what? Somebody was asking me about QUBT. I thought that we were going to be able to catch ourselves within within a pullback into this zone here. My goodness, man, are you serious? Hold on. we go, team. Just had to clear that throat. My goodness, man. Getting a little crispy. Very good times indeed, team. All right, so let's go ahead and continue the analysis here and see what's up. Man, it's still kind of there. All good, man, all good. So, yeah, Smoke, we definitely should. QUBT, right? We were looking at potential entry here, right? This thing rejected and came back up to use my entry zone as resistance, and we used it again as resistance. So let's look a little deeper here because we did get a weekly close on this just yesterday. All right, yeah, it was just yesterday, right? So yeah, man, looking at this massive gap. Holy crap, 745. This is likely finding support here pretty soon. QUBT likely to find support down into the areas of $6.09. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this would be introducing some type of resistance here in the immediate short at 641. Look for your supports down at this level. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the zone here of potential very, very, very speculative. I want to talk to you about that entry. Okay, just make sure that this entry is entered light. Okay, do not bet your grandchildren's teeth here, right? Because this is not going to be the area here to really fuck around and find out, right? As they say. So let's just go ahead and experience here a potential pullback to close that weekly gap and then potentially jump to the upside. So if there's any room to get yourself man, a short-term trade, I guess. Geez, that would be terrible. There would be resistance to find right at around that area of 641. We're already getting some rejection towards that upside, right? QUBT has been running here for days towards that upside. So I'm saying here that this may not be the end whatsoever, as this is, let me take a look at the volume profile on this and see what's up. Let's just enhance the color. You guys can hear me, right? All right, everybody can, yeah. It's looking okay. Yeah, let me get the volume here and see what that's looking like. That's red volume and this is green volume here. And we're going to have to use the more immediate time to see how the behavior of volume is presently. Okay. Let me see the hourly as well, or even the bi-hourly. Just a sec, team. Let me use the 6 hour. Okay, well, there is strength happening right now. Okay, so yeah, we have a clear regression of upside on volume, right? This is it right here. You can see them. So if we are getting that upside regression on this volume, that's telling us that the upside has strength, right? So that's volume towards the upside, which also means that we would be getting volatility expansion. And there you go. We do have volatility expansion. 6 hour time frame closed with a red continuation, but that doesn't mean that it would continue all the way. It still would indicate pressure at the 601 to $6 level. 3 hour time frame volatility closed with a little bit of a kink here, so that could be corrective. Yikes. Hold on, team. Options, let me know after this, buddy. I'll take it on with you. We're gonna go, man. And yeah, let me come back into the chat here and find out with the team. SMCI is next, buddy. SMCI is next, buddy. I'm so sorry. Let's see the bi-hourly time frame. The hourly time frame is suggesting consolidation from this point. Kevin, I got you, buddy. I remembered you from a while ago, man. And very cool for you to be joining here on this side, even though you're already a lifeline, right? But very good to see you, dude. Destiny, how you doing? 610, yeah, 610 to 570 is what you're seeing, Destiny. Okay, all right, I like it. The only thing that I'm afraid of with QUBT is that it wants to, let me show you the like an 8 hour or a 6 hour, maybe even a 4 hour actually. If we break below this zone, right, the $6 zone, it's probably going to want to do this, okay? That's why I'm saying light entry here, okay? Very light entry because it may not, let me show you the support. And why, most importantly, right? So you have these, look at what happened, that doesn't matter. Let me just, I don't want to confuse you guys, right? I'm not teaching a class here. I just want to make sure not to confuse you. This is an area of inflection. My fucking throat is still doing it. This area here, right? This is an area of inflection. So we broke above this zone here. We came back down and validated the literal low, right in this area here, where the opening and closing bases of these candles is located, right? So we broke above, validated that area there, supported, and then continued to break out above this. In other words, known as a bull flag, right? So that bull flag happened, and now the continuation happened into the $9 target because it reached all the way to $9.20, $9.19. That's the $9 target. So that created a little bit of a bull trap here, a little bit of a liquidity grab, better said, to validate the newly converted or the conversion process of the resistance into support here. So I'm afraid that it would reach down to this level. So now, because that's happening, I want to validate why that would be. Okay, so let's get creative here. Let's find out really for real why. Okay, other than fundamental reasons, sure, I get it. It's all good, right? Let's find out why there could be continuation towards that bottom end, okay? So if we are able to find out, then let's use some closures. We have a monthly close. Remember, guys, we have a monthly close coming in, and that could be here pretty damn soon. So let's pull up the chart here on the monthly time and find out, right? Okay. That's huge. I don't think that would be the case, but this is decompressing on that month. Okay, you can see the top end here at around 919, and now it's pulling back, right? That's decompression. 3 days to close. What else do we have in line for closing it like that? That would be 3 days to close the bi-weekly. 3 days to close the weekly. So what is the bi-weekly saying? Oh, shit, there it is. Yep, that's fucking it. Damn. Okay, guys, yeah, I'm going to say that there is a short, like, I see what you guys want to do, though, because it has this much upside. I don't want you to pick up for a short-term trade, like not for a day trade or not for a 2-day swing. It's not that. Because this is performing something a little bit bigger, right? It's performing something way bigger than what we think. So the bi-weekly time frame is coming to a close in 3 days. 50% of the bi-weekly, let's just identify this, right? 50% of the bi-weekly would be located right down here at $4.51, right? Follow me. 451 is literally what I was talking to you a little bit earlier ago, that there could be continuation into a bottom bound. So if we get that continuation to that bottom bound, then the reason why we would not get to 444 or 4 whatever that was is this here, the 469, because that's where this bar is located. That's your absolute demand, right? For at least for the shorter time frame. So we would look for potential entries. The immediate short-term opportunity would be 601 to 610 for a break and resistance validation between the areas of around 658 to maybe 688. Then this would pull back and continue towards that bottom side of 469, right? So that's not the trade that I'm talking to you here for. I want to mention to you the trade that would be better observed from that resistance and then drop into this area here, 531, mind the 50% at around 502, because that's your psychological level, right? So we've got to keep, hold on. We got to keep that in line at the 502, right? And I'm not going to say that this is going for the 444. In fact, it's very unlikely that it reaches, oh shit. It's very unlikely that it reaches down to that level there. Okay, so to this one here, to the 444. The higher probability would be 469 to 531. Okay, team. So that's what I'm. That's what I'm seeing. What's the ATR top on a biweekly? Let's see. 396. Holy crap, man. Yeah, this thing is it's way overbought, and man, hold on. Let's see volatility versus momentum on this. Okay, we have temporary downside, right? This is going to be your 12-hour time frame downside. Daily time frame kink indicating a potential downside as well. Buy daily. Okay, so about 1 day's worth of downside, which is 1 to 2 days because it may affect the second day. So that's going to be 95 cents to about, let's see, 95 to 97 cents of downside on this, which would put you down to an area of around $5.40, 5.44ish. Yeah. And we're looking at a potential bottom of 531. Yeah, 531 to 460. Yeah, I'm going to support it here, team. And please notice as well that the bi-daily time frame and the daily time frame have gaps right in that center area of around 502. So I would say that I'm going to readjust, and I'm going to go towards the 544 statistical bottom. To the split at the 502 target, and that would be our range here. Mathematically speaking, mathematically possible, viable. Dude, come on, bro. Okay. This is what This is what I want to see happen here, team. Despite the fact that we may get a little bit of a bounce from this area here, validation of some resistances at around 670 to 680s, 690s. This would continue towards the downside into this area here. Very likely 501 to 546, bounce to the upside. We would have to validate the resistance and conversion of the resistance into support of this area of $6. Again, continue towards the upside and continue that zigzag before we can make our way right back into the top side of around $9. So yeah, this potentially builds another inverse head and shoulders in the immediate short term with this type of trajectory, and that would be kind of the end of that. Now, if we are, I don't know if this already got resolved, but there is a bull flag here on the buy daily time frame that would give us a target of about $9.99 to resolve that upside. This would be our overall take profit for maybe a week swing. Next Friday, potentially up here. Next Wednesday to Friday, maybe. And yeah. Otherwise, it's looking okay. It's not looking bad at all. Bullish, what's up? Kevo Slice, what's up, man? You know the password. Oh, you do know the password. Guys, that's a good reminder. Kevo Slice, brand new member. I got to tell you guys one thing, okay? Oh, by the way, market preps and all the things that we do in the private Discord, this is literally what I do, right? I put down the trajectories, the entries, the take profits, all that good stuff, and I put a screenshot of this into the Arca's Plays of the Week. So I encourage so I encourage you to take a screenshot here, right, for yourself, and remember to take this as entertainment purposes only. All right, team. Be very careful. Be very careful. So let me go ahead and put this into the Arca's Plays of the Week for the team, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and yeah. All right, that is in. Nice. All right, so, and I also, man, I know that we got to look at SMCI team because SMCI is creating some moves here. I'm not sure if I put down, okay, top side on GME was 31.65. Our top side was 31.82, very impressive, right? 31.54 at the 2 spot, 618, very likely to reach that, we said. That would create the pullback, but I'm not sure where that pullback is going to go to. The 4-hour time frame, 8-hour time frame is going to come into a close here in about an hour and 15 minutes. Okay, so we still got time on that. Let's pull up ticker symbol SMCI. Okay, so SMCI, we spoke about. We couldn't get the entries here, right? Specifically down here, although that entry it could have been great, right? But we didn't catch the shorter term entries either. This thing was so volatile to the upside. But we did speak about resistances likely in these two targets, of which we absolutely resisted from, right? And now it's continuing towards the downside. I think that this is trying to close the weekly gap. And that's what it's looking like, right? So far, so good, right? It is maintaining above this weekly top, which is 34.37. But if I were to trade this myself, I'm looking for resistance anywhere between 34.82 to 35.25, continuation to the downside, and I want to see potential entries down at the 33 level. The bi-weekly time frame is over in just about 3 days, so that can also introduce further pressure, right? But I still, this area here of around $33, $34, it's very strong. The next area to observe, yeah, team, it would be there. If it does continue to the downside, team, I would be super cautious because price action can reach. It still could. I'm not saying that it is going to, right? It could. Yeah. Let me come back into the chat. Sorry, guys, I don't see you there. Man. Okay. These supports, the green areas that I have down here, team, those would all be immediate short term. We can use those. We can kind of use those like for a zigzag. Right? What I mean by zigzag is that if we pull down to the shorter time frames, I expect SMCI to behave in this manner. Bounce from this zone, validation of resistance is here. Support found at the top of the bull flag here, right? Resistance at this level, right back into it, and to eventually continue and end up somewhere down here, right? So this would be the potential entry and then continuation. SMCI to restructure their not cooking of books. SMCI to not restructure their cooking of books, right? Very interesting times here. So, 4-hour time frame downside on, we have a little bit of volatility increase. Downside on stochastic momentum. Let's see. 6-hour time frame downside with volatility expansion. Downside on that 8-hour as well. Do we have volatility expansion though? Any day now. It's still critically expanded, although it's contracting, but it's still way up there. 12-hour time frame downside. Come on. There we go. Still critically expanded. How much down? I'm trying to find out how much downside we have. Okay, daily downside. It's about 1 to 2 days, but the second day it doesn't look bad at all, man. That actually looks pretty good. And third day, let's see the third day. Holy crap, yeah, the third day is super strong. Massive signal fired towards an upside. 4-day signal just fired. Upside continuation likely. Upside on the 5-day time frame as well. Signal fired. Upside on the fucking weekly. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, this still has upside, but we need to distribute here for the immediate short term. So we're saying 1 day. I doubt the second day of downside. So that would give us about a $4 to potentially $6 drawdown, which would put this at around $31, $31.50. And yeah, look, we have a support bound at around $30.93. But the thing is that if the second day gets reached, then likely your third day happens, and that puts you at around $8 of downside, which puts you at an ATR low of around $29.63. And that's where we're rhyming, like right away. Right about here. So mathematically speaking, it could, it could do it, right? So this wick here is literally located at about 29.55. So that's very confluent to your 29.63 3-day time frame ATR low. It's the thing is, guys, is that we just opened up the 3-day today, and the 3-day time frame has a 50%. I'm gonna give you, guys. You know what? I'm gonna give you my final say on this, and I'm not gonna turn back, right? So these areas here, we're gonna look at them as secondary potentials, right? I still think they're valid, right? Just don't take it like that, right? I still think they're valid. But what I'm trying to say is that we shouldn't take them too seriously because there's something critical in the 3-day time frame within that gap. All right, so just kind of observe these targets for probabilities, right? And that's it. But what I truly think is that it would be here. I truly think that there would be potential entry into this area. So I'm gonna, redraw that here for you and say that this would be, my personal take on this is that we would bounce from here, get that resistance top there, validate your lows here, and continue, right? So this is what I think could happen here, okay, team? This is what I believe could be in line here for this asset. So we're gonna go ahead and just color these green as the entry is what I'm saying would be around this area, okay? So just remember, with full discretion, okay, team, use this very delicately. Do not over leverage. Do not bet money that you're not willing to lose, right? So just be careful. Your losses on a day should not be able to, they shouldn't keep you up at night ever. All right, team, they should not keep you up at night. Okay. So that is it here for ticker symbol SMCI. And just like I said, team, again, take into consideration here your screenshot, right? Oh my goodness. There we go. And yeah. So I always provide the receipts like this, team. I don't know if price is going to do what I say, but apparently often it does. So all good. So let me put this in the Arca's Plays of the Week. Good stuff. All right, team. Very, very, very good stuff here. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hold on. I got to come back into the chat now. Let's see what the team is saying. Okay. All right, so that is looking pretty good there. And let's see. Duck TV, what's up, buddy? Bow wow, boy. Good to see you, man. Yeah, man, we're gonna make that Momo, buddy. Yes. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at that, right? Let's take a look at ticker symbol MARA real quick. Find out what's happening, because we got a very cool little bounce here. Really wanted to see this bounce coming in. Guys, remember that this is this play here coming down here, that's not particular to what's happening right now. This was our entry. a few days ago or a couple days ago. So that's not pertinent, right? So this thing is bouncing from about 2467. Let's see continuation. Continuation on this. Let's see from the immediate short. Wow. Okay. Nice. This has to maintain. Let me see the 15-minute. Okay, there may be. Oh, it's an hourly prior bar. Wow. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to determine what I particularly see here. Just a sec. Yeah, if this does, yeah, I think that was part of the weekly. Okay, there is, I mean, this is showing lots of upside even still, but immediate short-term time frame distribution. Dare I say, I still want to see this level here. Wow, but I don't know that it's going to do it, guys. We're going to come up to a resistance here pretty soon. If it hasn't already, 2604 to 2620. If it didn't do that already, let me see. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a 4-hour time frame closing in 1 hour. Love you, baby. Bye, honey. 4-hour time frame closing in 1 hour. It already retraced its 50%. Okay. This is the criteria here, team. We need to maintain. If we can get this 4-hour closure above this level here, it's going to be super important. Above 2603 is very bullish. It's bullish, sorry. It is very bullish above 2621. Closing the next 4 and 8-hour bars. 1 hour. If we close below them, that will increase the probabilities for a downside continuation. And it'll also show us that there could be a loading zone. If we close the 8-hour and 4-hour below the areas of 2608, right to about 2623, whatever that was, remember that this would pull back into the 2316 to 2212 to reload, validate the break of this of the right angle triangle, and continue to our take profit targets into the later part of the week. Not so immediate. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking at here, team. So if I will tell you this too, that if we were to build hold on. I'm guys, remember that I'm trying to see the continuation of Bitcoin in here too, because this is building a massive bull. I mean, this is a bull flag here, guys. This is fucking beautiful. It's also an inverse head and shoulders and a macro time. So inverse head and shoulders right here, bull flag right here, and also annual time frame bull flag. Right? So this is speaking like massive upside. It is actually speaking upside, okay, team? So just heads up on that. Hold on, the camera froze just a little bit. Hold up. All right. Yeah, it's macro upside on this team. So oh, I see another one. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I almost feel like it would be best for I'm not going to say that this is going to happen, but I'm saying I feel like it would be best if it came down to 23.16. So in this short-term upside, if you are still risk on, there is a possibility here where you can risk off your positions, right? And potentially wait for the pullback and reuse that available paper, right? For this downside, but I'm not saying that it is. It's just, remember, that's a condition here. We still have about an hour to go. We just got the hourly close right now, right? So this is going to be the time to where we potentially get a little bit of an upside. Expect the upside here to maybe around 26.04. It would be 25.82 to 26.04 ish. If we can reach the top bound, it would be 26.23. So I personally would be looking, man, it's just the hourly close is looking great. What the fuck? Let me see the 30. Okay, yeah, the 30 is trying to correct here, right? So the 30-minute time frame also introduces a potential 50% retrace green and then continuation. Okay, so the heads up, it's looking like this motherfucker's looking like a spinning top doji in some type, like a buy daily or something. Where is it? It could be. It feels like it's at an indecision of some sort, and I can't really find it. But yeah, if that's the case, team, then there's just some supports to validate here before it continues to the upside. Nonetheless, I still see upside on this, and I still see a potential $40 target into the coming weeks. That is still the case here, and Bitcoin is completely recovering this bottom side here. So heads up at the resistance on Bitcoin coming up to 92,993. If it breaks above that 93,000, then likely a resistance at around 93.5 to 93.7. Then that will introduce probabilities to come back down and double bottom at the day, or test the daily low. And that daily low could be located right around 1,451. We are rejecting from that pretty quickly here. Okay, so which makes me feel that's why I'm saying, guys, that I can't tell you that it is or it isn't. It's just that Mara, that's the condition. Above 26.05 bullish, above 26.23 very bullish in about an hour. Okay, that's going to be your 1, 2, 4, and 8 hour closes simultaneously. All right, team. So heads up on that, and then we'll see about that. I can't even make the screenshot on this because I can't see into that hour, team. We need to see about that we need more data here. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna say. If I can't see it clearly, I won't mention it. You're welcome, Chachi. All good in the hood. Team, I will say this. This is usually around the times where I start risking on some futures before my son wakes up. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream here. Please remember to join the Arca Bulls trading team. I want to make sure that you guys come by. I want to make sure that you guys join and experience the daily trading here with me and the other analysts, the other very talented analysts. And let's see what's up, right? So be real. Great team, says Juliana Music. Yes, follow. Yes, my fellow female. We're doing good, buddy. All right, Doug TV, I love you, man. Destiny, I'm going to talk to you very soon. Bullish. I see you in there, Alex. Good to see you there too. K-Spec, what is up, Chili King? All right, so team, thank you so much. Remember to sign up for your master's course here, as it's going to come in fairly quickly, right? And I want to see you guys enrolled, okay, team? So do me a favor and hit that that ArcMastersCourse at Gmail. Write it up here for you, right? And get your syllabus and disclaimer, because we're going to be starting this in about a couple of weeks, right? So make sure to reach out to me immediately there, okay, team? So thank you, everybody, for coming out once again, and I will speak to you guys very, very, very soon, all right, team? Take care, be well, and all that good stuff, all right, team? Please do me a favor, make sure to take whatever I do show and iterate or say within this channel as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever, ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. Very good rest of your day, and I will catch you at the Bell Mañana. Adios, team.